Hello students, I am Srishti Tiwari here. Today we are going to discuss about the next topic, that is the techniques of effective communication. So as we are involved in the communication at all times in our daily lives, so it is a very important aspect for in our life. But if we'll talk about the therapeutic communication, means if we are using a therapeutic communication, so it requires some training and practice to develop a necessary skills to have a conversation or to have communication. So there are so many skills that has been divided. There are skills and techniques, they are being divided to have the communication effective. So main skills are being divided into three, but fourth one is a general skills is there. So we will see one by one. First one is a conversational skills, listening skills, technical skill, and general skills. We will discuss about one by one what is conversational skills, listening skills, and technical skills. Conversational skills. Conversation or an exchange of verbal communication is a social interaction. Conversation means is a social interaction. We are communicating means it's a social interaction. A social as it is a as, not a. It's as a social beings we learn how to converse with others as a children. Means if as we learn if we have to talk to the children, so we should learn how we should talk to the children. So like that we should learn the conversational skills to have the communication effective. So it is also have some classification, means what are the skills we should have in the conversation, in our conversation. First one is focusing, paraphrasing, sharing information, providing information, asking relevant questions, clarifying and summarizing, and sharing humor. So we will see one by one what is that. First one is focusing. Focusing is a central or a key element of communication. Central or key elements, we can say it is an important element of a communication process. It helps individuals come down to reality and builds trust between the two communicating individuals. Means if one person, or means both the person, those who are communicating, if they will focus, or if they will focus on that, means what they are doing, means what is their purpose to have communication, they will be focused on their work. So it will helps or it will helps that individuals to have a reality building, and they will trust between them, and it helps to have the communication effective. Second one is a paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means briefly explained. Means if the things or the message has been delivered by the sender, it has been restated, so to another person the message more briefly using one's own words. Means paraphrasing means briefly the next person has understood the message. It helps individual in sending reciprocal feedback, showing they are keen to listen and understand each other's message. Means whatever the sender has sent the message, the receiver has paraphrases that message or restated that message and understood that message. So it is saying that it is a reciprocal. If once receiver has got the message, the person will send the feedback to the sender. So it shows that the keen to listen and understood the message. Once the receiver or recipient is sharing the feedback to the sender, that means the whatever the receiver is there, he understood the message what the sender has sent. Third, we will see sharing information. Sharing information is a fundamental techniques of effective communication. Fundamental technique means basic technique. It's a basic techniques of effective communication. So it helps individual reciprocally understand each other. Means they both will understand each other if they are sharing their informations or ideas with each other. So it's a simple. Next, providing information. The skills of providing information equip the individual to deliver the information to other individual without naming or causing undue anxiety and disturbance, due with an ease of relaxation, safe and secure with the fellow members in the loop of communication. Means if the sender is providing information and with the individual, and they are delivering their information, whatever information they have, and they don't have, means without naming or causing any anxiety, they are sharing their information and ideas without any anxiety, without any disturbance. So that will make the conversation ease, means comfort, and they will be relaxed during the conversation, and it will the conversation will be safe and secure in the process of communication. Then next one is asking relevant questions. Asking relevant questions helps individual in getting more appropriate and relevant information. This helps them collect and complete basic and specific information to take an appropriate decision on a particular matter. Asking relevant questions helps individual to get more appropriate and relevant information. Yes, like I am taking class, and I used to ask you the question related to the subject whatever I have taught you. So it means I used to know by asking the question that what I want to give you, that really are you getting or not. So means it gives the relevant information by asking the appropriate questions. Okay, relevant or appropriate questions. Then next one is clarifying and summarizing. Clarifying is a restating and seeking further information about subject matter that is unclear and ambiguous. Means clarifying the doubts, means if any person is having doubts during conversation or whatever subject matter they have, so that will be restated and further information about the subject matter will be given in the clarification. Then if any unclear thing in the message or any ambiguous, means fusionous thing which is not clear to the next person, so that will be clarified. Whereas summarizing is a concise, means summarization of the topic or of the subject matter is taking place in the review of aspects or the interaction in the communication, means whatever communication the sender and the receiver is having, so that will be summarized. So it is also an indication, we can say, of summarizing helps to provide a sense of satisfaction to the individual and aids in the termination of the communication. If once the summarization has taken place, it shows that the termination of the conversation has taken place, the end of conversation is there. Next one is the sharing humor. Humor is considered an important skill in the communication. It is a generally believed that the human being, while conveying message, may help in establish cardinal relationship. Cardinal means main or important relationship between them while interacting with the individual. It also helps in the increasing ease of sending, receiving the message. Ease means comfort of sending and receiving the message by minimizing the likelihood of anxiety, means by using the humor or sharing the humor, it will make the person comfortable, and whatever anxiety during conversation between the sender and receiver, that will not be there. Next, listening skills. Till now we have discussed about the conversational skills, that were the focusing, paraphrasing, sharing information, providing information, asking relevant questions, clarifying and summarizing, and sharing humor. These all over the conversational skills. Next we are going to see about the listening skills. Listening involves both hearing and interpreting what others says. Listening involves hearing and interpretation, not only just hearing, it also involves the interpretation, what other wants to say and what other says. So there are some sub classification, what are things involved under the listening skills. First one is active listening. Active listening, using silence, listening with purpose, acknowledgement of message, giving feedback. So these all are the listening skills. First we will see active listening. Active listening is the key of effective communication, that key that you can understand. It's important aspects, we can say, or important elements in the if to make communication effective. It enhance trust and understanding between the communicating individuals. Okay, then next one is using silence. Silence during communication can carry a variety of meanings. Yes, means if during one person is communicating and next person is not maintaining silence, that means next person don't want to listen you. Okay, so and and next person is means it denotes that the next person is not having interest to talk to you or having conversation with you. Next one is the listening with a purpose. It is said that most one must not only hear but with a purpose during communication, so that information may be appropriate, received and understood. Yes, means not only to listening with a purpose means not only hear the things but also listen the things and interpret the things what other wants to say and what other exactly want to say, understood the appropriate things what the sender is saying. Next one is the acknowledgement of message. Acknowledgement of message, verbal or non-verbal acknowledgement helps individual in the loop of communication, so they are interested and keen to participate in the communication process. Next one is giving feedback. To provide feedback to the sender helps in completing one cycle of communication. Without means once receiver has understood the message, he gave the feedback to the sender, it denotes that the one cycle of communication has over. If the feedback has not been given by the sender, it doesn't mean the means it will not denote that the cycle of the communication process is over. Next we are going to see about the technical skills. It also have some sub classification, like there are some several technical skills and individuals may use to improve communication, which includes using a touch, non-verbal cues and sharing feelings, observation, hopes, reality, etc, etc. So these all things will come under the technical skills. It also have some sub classification. First one is using touch, using non-verbal cues, sharing feelings, sharing observation, sharing hopes. So all these things will come under the technical skills. We will see one by one. First one is using touch. Touch is the most potent technical skill. It's a most potent technical skill in the communication. It helps individual translate multiple messages, such as ensuring comfort, affection, personal attention, encouragement. Potent means important, we can say. It's a important technical skill. Using touch, as we have already discussed in the this if we are using the tactile channel of communication, it's we can say it's that only. Then the using non-verbal cues. Non-verbal cues are, cues means hint. Non-verbal hints are important aspects of effective communication, as they may help individuals develop a sense of reciprocal containment. Next one is sharing feelings. Thoughts of someone give rise to emotion and feeling that must be shared and helps individual understand the inner context of their thoughts. Means if the one person is sharing their feelings and thoughts, so another person, it will make to understand easily what other person is exactly thinking, or the next person is having feeling or thoughts. Next one is a sharing observation. Individual in the loop of communication observe how other people look, sound and acts. Understood? Means it observe how other people look, sound and act. The sharing of such observation, if these observations are being shared by the other person after observation, helps individual to communicate without the need of questioning, focusing and clarification, because it is already has been cleared. Means after observation only they are communicating, so it don't need or it won't need any questioning or focusing or clarification, so that it will make the communication effective. Next we will see sharing hope. Hope is essential to continuously move one on in life. If we are talking about the in our healthcare practice, it is an essential to keep the patient's hope alive. It helps individual utilize their positive aspects in the term of behavior, performance or the response. So it is a we can say sharing hope will also make communication effective. Then the presenting reality. It is a technique used to convey to the individual real facts without confrontation. Then it helps the individual come down to the reality and build the further trust. Means if they will know the reality, what is actually reality of the conversation of the next person, so it helps the individual to come down to the reality, and they both will build a trust between them. It will make communication effective. Then last one is the sharing empathy. Empathy, that we have already discussed about it, like in the consideration, like putting our feet one in others shoes, like put ourselves to the other situation, to understand other situation. That means it's empathy. So it is the ability to understand the aspects of other person's reality. It is the accurate perception of others feelings, and communicating this understanding to other helps establish trust in difficult situations. Okay, so if one person will understand what others are actually feeling, so it will make a conversation easy or effective. Next, fourth one, we will see about the general skills. What are the general skills? Control the tone of your voice so that you are conveying exactly what you mean and not a hidden message. Means whatever actually you are feeling, your voice should be in that tone actually. Then we are knowledgeable about the subject of conversation and have the accurate information. Whatever subject matter you have for the conversation, you should have, or the person should have, the accurate knowledge of that subject matter. Then be flexible in adapting to the need of situation. Yes, means the need of situation, according to that the communicator has to be flexible. Like if the sender is sending the message and receiver is not there to receive the message, so if the receiver is not available, so that sender has to wait, or has to wait when the receiver is available for that. So the plan should be flexible, not to be rigid. Next we'll see be clear and concise while conveying the message. Yes, we have already seen, like in the 7 C's we have seen, the message has to be concrete, and means concise message has to be delivered to the receiver. Avoid words that may interpreted indifferently. Means that a word we should won't use, means that can be misinterpreted by other person. Then the keep an open minded while receiving information. Bias may be lead to misunderstanding. Means open minded things or conversation should be there. If there will be any partiality or any ambiguous things will be delivered, that can leads to misunderstanding to the next person. Next, in the tomorrow's class, we will discuss about the techniques of therapeutic communication. If you people are having any doubt, you can ask. I'll try my best to clear your doubts. Thank you all.